Hey, Riri Reacts. Hey, everybody. I'm getting ready to do a ride along home. So once I move this ride, I won't be looking at the comments. Come on in, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do me a favor. Do a subscription to my channel so that anytime I come on, you'll be able to know when I'm coming on. Hey, Ozella. Hey, y'all. Okay, I'm moving now, so I ain't gonna be reading no comments, y'all, because I got to stay focused. But y'all can ride home with me from my 40th class reunion Christmas little holiday get together. We already had our 40th class reunion in September. So they wanted to get together to have a holiday party. So I am leaving the club, the lounge, and I am headed home. And the place we had it at, come to find out, it was a classmate of mine that I went to elementary school and I went to middle school with the young man. And when he saw me, he called out my name. And I looked at him and I said, "Hey." He said, "You don't know who I am." And I just looked at him. I say, "Boy," I ain't mean to say boy, because of course he's a full grown man. I say, "Boy, I know who you are." I say, "Some people you just don't forget." And I say, "You are one of them." And we hugged it out, and it was so good to see him. And he has a lounge now, the club. And we were, he went to a different high school from me. And in Houston, we had not HISD, North Forest Independent School District. And we only had two high schools, Forest Brook and Smiley. And we were rivalries. We were the Forest Brook Jaguars and they were the Smiley Eagles. So we were the two high school rivalries in the district. Back then when I went to school, and before me, they were graduating 700 students in a class. My class was 535 students, so you know that's a lot. So that area, the area town that I grew up in, it was, you could say it was very populated, that district, that area. They had multiple elementary schools, multiple middle schools from 6th to 8th grade, and then the senior high started at 9th through 12th. And like I said, if I graduated with 535 students in my class, in the 70s, they was graduating with 700, 600 students. So that area was heavy populated. I say some years after we finished school, maybe about 10, 15 years, and maybe not that long, the people, the younger ones that graduated in the 70s and early 80s, they, grew up and moved out of the area and things of that nature. Some stayed, they kind of populated, but the district never regained the people that was like when I finished school and beyond me. They never regained it. So sadly, they end up having to combine the two schools. My colors for Forest Brook was blue and gold. The other school, Smiley, they were green and gold. So they combined the schools and they became North Forest, I think, Bobcats. They became Bobcats. And then after that, a bigger district bought them out, which is HISD, Houston Independent School District, bought out the district, which that was sad. We lost a lot of memorabilia, diplomas, copies of diplomas that we finished school. Thank God I was in the class before me, yearbook, and I was in a yearbook and I was able to get a yearbook because they were throwing all that stuff out. They was not keeping a lot of stuff. They got rid of a lot of the stuff. They sold it, and then what they didn't sell, they just threw away. It just broke my heart when, by the time I knew all that was going on, and they was selling all the stuff from school and stuff, it was, they had already pretty much got rid of a lot of stuff. So like well, I think somebody bought the big the mascot Jaguar that was on wheels that they would always take to bring to the game. I think somebody bought that, which I'm glad of that. I don't know who have it, but just a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff, a lot of memories gone. And when we tried to get diplomas and stuff like that, they have no record. They couldn't find anything. So it's very sad. Thank God now that I am retired and I don't need my diploma for anything, because the only proof I would have would be in the yearbook. I would just have my yearbook the year before and the year afterwards that I graduated. And then if they would take anybody's word about it, but they got a bad accident on the other side of the freeway. If they take anybody else's word about it, that's the only way it would, happen. And then I had a cousin that was a teacher. There. So that would pretty much be it. But everything was lost, like they say, lost in the sauce. So they did whatever they did with it, and that was that. So anyway, we've always had class reunions, and thank God, I have attended every class reunion that we had. We even had one for 35 years. We had 10, 20. I think we had 115, I'm not sure, but for sure 10, 20, 30. Then we dipped in and did a 35, and we did a 35. We did a cruise, and we cruised with the other school, and it was real nice. The cruise was very nice. We had a all white night, and then we had Rep Your Color. So they had green and gold, and we had blue and gold, and we took pictures together, and that was real nice. We did pretty much everything together. Everything was organized. Everybody was happy. We all enjoyed the trip. We had pre-send-off parties and things of that nature. So the plan is to have a cruise when we all turn 60. When we all turn 60, which some people will turn it sooner than others, but we're thinking about planning a cruise for our 60th birthday. This is something that they have started doing. When my brother finished, when they turned 60, all of them this year, they had was it this year or last year? No, last year. They had a big party. They went to the park like we normally do, have a day at the park. We usually have a meet and greet, a formal night, and then the Sunday we usually go to church together, and then we have a picnic afterwards. So they did all of that, and it was real nice. So now all the classes are following that when we turn 60 to have a birthday party and celebrate each other. So I have 2 years, and majority of the people have 2 years, except for the one's birthday that was late, and then some of them that got held back by their parents, or they just didn't do good in school. So some of them will be older or whatever. But that's the plan for in 2 years. Oh my goodness, my phone did fail. I had it in the little socket, so I don't know. I might have to. Let's see how I'm doing holding this phone. Car just went around me, so. But anyway, y'all, I'm not reading in the comments because I am driving. I had my phone in the little holder, and it decided to fall. I don't know if that was a sign or not. But anyway, as you come in, please hit like button, share me out, subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I'm doing my second ride alone. I'm coming home from my class reunion holiday get together. We had a real good time, a very, very good time. Even though we had a lot of people to graduate, people not gonna come out. But I saw some people there that I didn't see at the class reunion. They didn't come to the class reunion, but they came to this little get together. For some reasons, more than others, they had to work or whatever, and some people came out to show their face tonight and had to end up going to work and stuff like that. So that's what I'm doing. I'm driving home. I left a few minutes early because they were really turned up. When I was walking out the door, they were trying to get the person with the biggest butt. But the girl with the biggest butt, she had left already. So the other ones would have came second to her because she had the butt and the hips. These, they have they have big butts, but they wouldn't have, she would have got, if it was a prize to be received, she would have got it. So yeah, I was sad, and so I didn't worry about getting in the thing because I don't have a big butt. I got enough for somebody to grab. That's what I have. I got enough for somebody to grab, and I'm not a sliding board booty. So my behind ain't. I don't go straight down, up and down. That's what we used to call them back in the day, slide board booties. So I do have a little rump roast. But anyway, we had a good time, a real good time. And I'm glad I went. I started not to go. I posted some outfits that I was going to wear, but then when I read the flyer again, it said casual attire. I'm not too much of a casual dresser. When they say, should have got off. When they say that, a lot of times they're wearing blue jeans and stuff, but they had a lot of the ladies were dressed real nice. Some of them had the blue jean outfits. Some of them had like blue jeans and sequins tops and t-shirts with the bling. Now that's my type of dressing, t-shirts or something with the bling. Because if it don't have bling, I don't really wear a t-shirt. If it's something going on, I may participate, but I'm not fond of just a regular t-shirt. If it don't have some kind of bling or sequence on it, you can miss me with that. So I decided, I posted what I thought I was going to wear. I was going to wear my black with the all pearls, but when I read the flyer, I say, well, that's a little bit, it's still kind of dressy. So I went instead with this black and green outfit I have on, which is a jumpsuit. I love a jumpsuit. I love a jumpsuit because they fit me well. So I went with the black and green jumpsuit and the black accessories to go with it. But I was telling a friend of mine, I say, well, I'm still not dressed casual. I'm still kind of dressed up, but I fit the occasion. I was comfortable in what I had on, and that's the main thing, is to be, when you put on something, you can walk in the room and own the room and feel comfortable with what you have on, and that's what I do. I'm going to make sure I'm done from head to toe, and they kept saying, you always look good, you always look good, you've been looking good since high school. Yep, and gonna keep on keeping on. We just had a classmate that they had a funeral on the weekend, Saturday. May he rest in peace. And so what we start doing now, if one of our classmates pass on, we take up a collection and we have a spray sent to the funeral with, with our colors, blue and gold on it. Or they do blue and yellow, but with, the blue or the yellow ribbon or something. Was the spray we had sent, it was real beautiful, to just let them, the family know that they're in our thoughts and prayers. They are never forgotten. And we had a few classmates go. I didn't go because I'm not a funeral person. I'm sorry, I just can't do it. I can't hold up. If I go to somebody's funeral, I know my dad will go to a funeral. He talking about, I knew him. He'll go to a funeral. I got two friends that'll go to anybody's funeral that passed. If they know him or if they a sister or somebody they went to school with, they'll go to a funeral. Me, I can't do it. I went to a lady that used to work with me. Her mom passed, And my mama knew him too. I introduced him to my mom because my mom was an interior decorator. So I would go with her, and she would have the home interior shows in people's houses and sell them the stuff to go on the walls. So we had gotten real close to the family. So when my coworker, her mom died, and my mom had gotten a little close to one of the sisters, child, how about me and my mama went to this funeral? And my grandmother had not long died. We go to the funeral. Me and mama sniffing and huffing and real hard down crying in the funeral till people consoling us and patting us on the back. And then, we went around to, just let the family know that I'm on a real high breeze talking, baby. I'm holding it down. This is a carnival. I don't know if y'all can see it. Turn the thing around. This is a carnival that come every year. I think they come twice a year. Anyway, that's what we used to call Greens Point. That mall was popping back in the day. But what happened on that, they end up unaliving a deputy officer, and ever since they did that mall, that area has gone down. So, but anyway, they have a carnival there, but all of the stores and everything. I mean, that was a nice mall. That was a popping mall when I was growing up. I mean, hey, when I needed to go to mall, I would go there. It was big and seemed big, but anyway. So back to the funeral. So we go around to console the family. We go around to console the family. Me and my mama break out in a huff puff cry, and we doing all that. They hugging us tight and saying it's gonna be all right. Now they mom then passed away. Me and my mom trying to show our condolences and view the body and all this. Boy, we was hard down crying. So after that, me and my mom left. I said, Mama, come on, let's go. So we got in the car, and my mama say, well, what you was crying so hard for? I say, well, you was crying just as hard as I was. I say, I was thinking about my grandmother. That's what made me started crying like that. She say, well, I was the same thing. I was thinking about my mom, and she say, I just couldn't contain it anymore. So that broke me up from going to people's funeral. I'm sorry. I pick and choose this one every now and again. It just depends on who it was. Like the last one I went to this year was my neighbor that I knew them since I was 4 years old, and the husband passed. I went to that funeral because I know. But anybody else, you can miss me. My church meals, I give my condolences. I'll give a card. I'll put money in the card. I'm not going. I can't take it. Because I've been broke out into a tear. I be crying just like Wanda on the, what was that, the Evans family Wanda would break out in a cry. She would be acting. And then somebody else did that. Was it Martin? Did somebody was doing all of that? But anyway, nope. I don't do it. I don't do it. So, but anyway, that was got off into that because I was talking about my classmate that just passed. But anyway, it was nice seeing everybody. And some of them guys still handsome. Some of them still fine. Lord have mercy. That's really tight. I'm tight. Ooh, I ain't seen you been. You still looking good. One of them talking about, I can't resist when I get the hug and I get the feeling. I say, don't start. I say, you rubbing a little bit too much. Let me get away from you before we spark a flame up in here. Cause he was one that he ran all my boyfriend, all the guys away from me that used to like me in high school. Because he used to walk me to class all the time. We never dated. We never was officially boyfriend and girlfriend, but we took classes together. He walked me to class, all my classes. And one time, one of the guys that want to talk to me, go talk about he asked him for his permission to date me. I say, boy, he ain't my daddy. He don't give you no permission to tell you if you could go with me or whatever. I say, I don't know what's wrong with you. But being that my friend, he used to do that. He used to, I mean, you can't talk to her. What you talking to her for? I'd be at the locker, they be talking, and I say, boy, and I told him later, I said, you ran, all the guys that wanted to talk to me, they thought me and you was dating, so they didn't want to, they shied away from me. Because even after school, and this guy was living when I was in an apartment complex, and he told me, he said, I always liked you in school, but you was going with old boy. He said, and I didn't want to approach you. I say, that was not my boyfriend. He said, well, he acted like it. I said, yeah, he did. I say, we were real close. I said, he did. I say, I said, and then we didn't marry each other, but, and then every time I would call this house to speak to him, if his mama answered that phone, Lord have mercy, she would just talk to me, and we would talk. And then after that, I say, well, can I speak to him? And she say, oh, baby, he just left. And I'd be so mad. I'd be like, now, you done got on this phone and talk with me. Now the boy gone. And then I would be mad. And then he asked me, well, why you didn't call me? I thought you was going to call me. I said, because your mama was on the phone. I said, your mama was talking. So that was that. But, yeah, it was, then we took pictures with, golly, why is there so many cars? These people need to go. Taking pictures of all the middle school people, and my middle school, we had the most people there, and of course we was cutting up because we had more members from the middle school there, and then the other ones got mad time, we all just finished out the same thing. No, it ain't the same thing. We went to different schools, and if we would have had a football game, basketball game, we would have been rivals. So I know we was in the same district, and we came together in high school, but middle school and elementary, no, y'all was on some other stuff. Y'all wasn't with us. So, yeah. But, hey, Gloria, I'm coming to a stop. Hey, Keaton Jones, if you are not a member, can you please subscribe to my channel? That way you'll know when I come on live. I do content. Most of the content so far has been about myself. I haven't been reacting on anybody. I'm dark because my little holder fell down at the air condition, so I'm holding the phone up. I'm driving with one hand, but I'm being real. Oh, that's a star. I'm being real careful because I am right here by my house. I would take y'all to see some Christmas decorations that's up, but let me go, because I was being a patron, and I bought some wings. I think they gave me garlic parmesan wings. That's what it is. And barbecue. I got those wings, and then I got some okra. Now, I had some food. Being that I went to school with this guy, and he let us use the place, I ordered food, and I'm just bringing mine home, though. Another container in the refrigerator. I guess that's what it is. I'm backing into my driveway in my garage. My mama and dad always said, you be careful backing in your garage. Somebody could be waiting behind. I say, well, if they waiting behind in my garage, if I see them, they going to be laying in my bed, because I'm going to back this car right up over. I'm going to keep going, because they don't have no business. They have no business at my house running in my garage. So, yeah, they have no business. Stop, so I'll be running over everything coming in here. So I made it home. Thank God. Thank you, Jesus. I made it home okay. I'm in my garage. Take my seatbelt off. Now I can put the light on. Now y'all can see me. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Lord, let me close my thing up. All my cleavage showing. That's all right. I'm home now. Don't matter. Okay, let me go to the top. Let me speak. I said, let me go. Riri, Ozella, Mocha, Gloria, Keaton Jones, all of y'all. So I done made it home, y'all. I just wanted to do a little ride. So decided to do a ride alone. And let y'all ride home with me. Oh, so it's 26 minutes. Actually 25, because I sat on here for a minute. He closed my garage, so I have to drive forward on for somebody. Oh, yeah, because there's somebody walking down the street. Thank you, Jesus. I closed it at the right time. 2 million walking down the street. Walking in the middle of the street at that. So, yeah, I had a good time. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all hit the like button going out. I did post some pictures of what I was supposed to wear. I had ordered the outfit. It came in, and I was looking too stuffed in it, and I wasn't going anywhere looking like that, so it didn't fit. So it's going back tomorrow. Well, tomorrow or Tuesday, and then what else? Then I had the pearl and the black, and it would have been a little too dressy. So this is a little step down, but oh well. And then I'm working with got a boot on my foot, but actually a shoe, a protective shoe. So I didn't want to stand up too much tonight, but I did. Thought my foot or leg would be hurting, but it was my back. That back, once that back started to hurt, that's over with. You got to sit down somewhere, sit down or lay down, whichever one. So I chose to sit down. So anyway, y'all, I'm rambling. I made it home. I am in my garage safely. Thank you, Jesus. I made it home, and I will thank y'all for tuning in again. And if you are new to my channel, you're watching the replay, could you please hit the like button, share me out, or even subscribe to my channel so you'll know when I'm coming on. So my content is mostly about me, just stories I be telling and talking, just talking. And I might do reactions, but I have to find something or someone to do a reaction on. But right now, I'm just trying to grow my channel, talking about me, and I'm getting it, like they say, getting it out the mud and doing it how I do it. Whenever it grows, it's fine. So with that being said, I'll be hitting 30 minutes, and I'm going to get off of here. Again, thank y'all for riding with me. Hit the like button, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to come over and see me and visit me sometime. I may come back on tonight because I don't have anything to do tomorrow. So I may come back on tonight after 10 o'clock and maybe do a story time or whatever. So with that being said, it's going to hit 30 minutes and I will be gone. Bye-bye.